What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're going to try to go to 2200 today. I'm going to jump right into a game. 2149. So we have 51 points to get. 2100 here. Play e4. Sicilian. We're going to stick with the usual bishop b5. He plays e6, so I can't do that. So I'm going to change it up and try to play a little gambit here instead. Okay, let's see if we're going to get to sacrifice our rook or not. A lot of people have been afraid to take this, and yes, we're going to see it again. So I'm going to give him another chance. Just get pawns in the center and still giving black the option. Now they're going to go for it. Great. So here we go. Sacrificing the rook. And black is thinking if they want to take it. So let's see. They don't want to take it. Okay, interesting. They played knight h6. So I'm thinking maybe we just stick with the normal type of move, bishop d3 here. I think I will do that. I'll just leave it sit over there. If black wants to take it, they still can, but it doesn't look like they're actually going to do that. Yeah, usually I don't like to take this because then the bishop just jumps to e6, and it's actually a pretty solid position for black, I believe. But what we can do, I believe, is play something like g4 to attack that knight. But first, I would probably want to defend this. Yeah, so let's see. Maybe c3 is the move here. Let's go ahead and defend that first. And I'm thinking about g4, maybe even h4 too, because if I play g4 right now, the knight can jump over here. Maybe we don't want to allow that. So h4, g4, we can just get a lot of space. And it's just kind of funny, right? When we look at this game in Stockfish, it's going to say like every single move here was a blunder because it's like nobody's taking the rook. That's funny. What's going on, guys? Yeah, bishop e7. That's really funny. Okay. Well, yeah, we can't really play h4 now, can we? Let's see. Maybe I can. Takes. Queen g4 looks like a pretty nice move. Hitting the bishop, hitting this pawn. Yeah, maybe we can, actually. I'm going to play it. And I think we can get away with this because of the follow-up queen g4. Oh, h5. Wow, okay. So now I'm eyeing this square. Remember, whenever you see pawns move forward like this, you have to look at the squares that they can no longer control. Because normally if I move here, then they could play h6. I just wasted a move and I look kind of silly. But now, maybe this is a great move, knight g5 or bishop g5, right? So, and of course, if they play f6, then they've created a lot of weaknesses here. So I'm actually just thinking of just playing knight g5. If they take me, of course, we could take with the bishop or the pawn, either way. They still have the option here, but clearly black doesn't want to do that. They play g6. Wow, okay. Huh. So again, how do we take advantage of this? We've got some weaknesses along dark squares, but I'm also thinking of this. I'm thinking of this. Queen f3. Even f3 and g4 to get the knight out of there. I don't know if I really want to do all of that. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, you know what? We can actually think about this because we have maybe e6. But I might need some extra support for that. So like maybe I want my queen on e2 first. Yeah, it's an interesting position, and I'm not exactly sure the best way to approach it. Huh, okay. I mean, I really want to get this knight out of here, because if the knight's gone, it opens up a lot of opportunities for me. So this is kind of what comes to mind, but then you lose a pawn here. Doesn't really look like I can easily do that. I mean, I could just play g4 right away, and the idea is then I'm going to play h5 and come in that way. I wonder if that's actually just the easiest thing to do. Let's do that. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about that sooner. So we're just going to push the h-pawn and come in to try to get the king. Like this. Because we can just trade everything. Our knight's defended well enough. Of course, if black trades here, it's still defended, so not really worried about that. Hey, thanks, Robert. Good morning. I'm doing well this morning. Thank you. All right. So yeah, let's continue, I guess, with the plan before black is able to castle the other direction is what I'm thinking. Now, I have to be a little careful because I can't actually take because of the pin. That being said, I could probably take here. Yep. This is looking very nice, maybe. Very dangerous, I think, position for black to be in. And they play queen b6. Okay, so here we go. I think I want to take that. Stops castling. It attacks the rook. If they take me, I take here with check. Or I could even take here with check. And they would have to go over. No, I'm going to take with the queen. And then I'm going to take the knight. And then I'm going to go here. Let's go. Let's go get the king. Let's go get a checkmate. Let's go get a nice checkmate. Bishop h6, but I need to take the knight first. Oh yeah. This is going to look... starting to look pretty nice, I think. Now, do they have any other moves besides taking it? I don't really see a whole lot of options for black. If you're not going to take the knight. So, pretty sure we're going to see that. I'm going to trade here. Check will force them to sack the rook. Check again. King's going to move. Check again. I mean, the game's not going to be over at that point. But I'm pretty happy with my position, I think. Although I don't know if I'm going to have to castle or what I'm going to have to do in that position. Because black's still going to have these three pieces. And I will just have the knight and the extra rook. Yeah, it's going to be interesting still. Oh, they decided to take that way. Okay. Interesting decision there. Oh, I see. I see what you're trying to do. Okay, but can I just sacrifice here now? What's happening this way? That was a pretty good idea, actually. That was a pretty good idea. Hey, Scotty, welcome. Thank you. Yeah, we got to get to the king somehow, so I guess we got to do this. We don't really have a whole lot of options. We're committed to the attack now, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But we're going to go down swinging, as they say. Now, we have quite a few options here, actually. We can throw in a check. We can play here to try to come down here. Also threatens this pawn. This is hanging, but I'm not really worried about that. This will just take it. There's a check here. I could go here. Yeah, let's play e6. It's kind of trapping the king, giving me some options like this. I'm going to have to make an awkward move here with king to d2, unfortunately, but still have some threats here. What? What is that? Okay. I guess black is saying I'm still up some material, so I'm just going to sack it and think I'm surviving. I don't know. That was a weird move, I guess. Because my bishop wasn't doing anything, so... Okay. I like that for me, I think. I think that's good for me. They can take this if they want, but then their king looks like it's going to get checkmated. Oh, maybe queen c7. Okay, is that the idea? I don't know, but then my knight's going to b5. I don't know, guys. I do not know. Still looks pretty dangerous for black, if you ask me. Whoa! What is happening? I'm just not seeing any of these moves. Okay. I have check, check. And then we could take a rook. But do I get checkmated then? Or I take a knight. But then the rook is involved. Then I could go here. No, he's probably going to take here first. Then he's going to bring the rook over. Then I go here. Wow, okay. Check. I have rook c3. Takes, takes. I mean, it's really hard to not grab the rook when I can, right? It's really hard to not do that. Well, this move? Oh. He just got mated. Wow. Well played by our opponent. I just got mated, guys. Oh, I have 92. Wait a second. Is it checkmate? Maybe not. I totally missed that, though. Totally missed that. Maybe it's not checkmate. I thought I had to go here and that was a mate, but I guess this is a move. What a wild game. Man. Okay. Right. I'm going to have to sack it probably. If I go here, I just lose a piece. So this way I at least get the knight for the rook. And then what? Got to watch out for this. So I would have to probably go here. Oh my. Maybe I shouldn't pre-move. Okay. Wow, wow, wow. So I'm trying to just defend this pawn and also give my queen options to do stuff to the king. Like these moves, right? This is so interesting. Okay. I have a fork if I want it, but what's happening after that? Or I just take the pawn. Let's see where the king's gonna go. Okay, I think I want to just take the... This is gonna be super dangerous. Hold on. Oh, because now I can take it with check. Unless he's gonna go here. Which case you get... yeah, you get mated. It's mated if he goes here. That's mate. Ooh. Oof, what a game. What a game. What a game. Oh, it's not mate. I thought it was mate. Oh, it's not checkmate. What am I saying? What am I saying? Man, I really thought that was checkmate. You can't go there. Oh, boy. What a clumsy play on my part. I messed up. I thought I had mate. Wow. Okay. Game goes on. Game goes on. We got an extra pawn, but only 50 seconds. Is it enough? Is it enough? If we can trade queens, I think we can definitely win it. Queens on the board, it's going to be difficult because there's just going to be so many checks to watch out for. But we might be able to... The good news is our pawns are defended, so I don't have to worry about dropping pawns right now. Oh, I missed it! I missed it! I missed it! Man, Queen G3, that was it. That's what I wanted. I totally missed it. Alright, I'm going to just try to... Let's go here to keep it defended. Man, I had it, guys. That's what I wanted, and it just... Okay, I might have another opportunity here. Probably not going to give it to me that easily, though. There we go. There we go. That should do it, I think. Think my king is in time? Think my king's in time to get in front of the pawn. Yes, as long as your king's in front of the pawn, it's a win. Here, there, opposition, we win. Perfect. You want to get the opposition. So that's why I did this. Now I can push the pawn to get the opposition, forces the king away, and we come in for the win. Whew. What a game. What a game. That was intense, Red Ninja. That was intense. Wow. All right. I feel like we probably missed so many things in that game. Yeah, 73-62. Okay. Now, yeah, let's go to the eval here real quick. Okay. It's going to say there were so many blunders when that rook was hanging. It's going to be funny to see this. What? Yeah, blunder, blunder, blunder. Oh, no. Yeah, blunder, not taking it, not taking it, not taking it. And all these blunders are like, it's a mistake because I'm not saving my rook, and it's a mistake because black's not taking the rook. So that's why you keep seeing all these. Every move, it's going to say that, basically, until something else starts happening. Okay, h5 was a good move. Brilliant. All right. Oh. I did a brilliant, and then I did a blunder. Back to back. That's awesome. Wow. Wow. Do you guys want to see if you can find the move here for white? Does anybody want to find it? Nice move. I didn't see it. Nice move, though. Anybody see the move for white? Somebody says knight to d6. Nope. That's not the move. Queen to g5. Nope. That's not the move. Queen to g7. Nope. That's not the move. The knight's there. Queen to g8. Queen to g3. Nope. That's not the move. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, queen to g6. Queen to g6. Yeah, I didn't see that. That's nice because what it does is you keep black can't castle. You keep the threat on the rook, and you add this new discovered check threat. So after black saves the rook, you have knight g5, and then I guess you can start taking stuff. Yeah, and this just looks pretty good for white. I didn't see that, obviously, and I blundered with this, and now I'm just totally losing. Look at that eval bar. Look at that. From the brilliant move to you're losing. But hey, I was committed, right? I was committed. Oh my. Check. Okay. Yeah, and then black got a little careless here. Yeah, I mean, if my bishop's not doing anything, look at it. It's terrible. Look at the rook. Amazing. So you would never want to give up a piece like that. You know, a really good piece for a poor piece, and then on top of that, it's a rook and it's a bishop. Like, it just didn't make sense at all. And you see the eval bar say, you can show that. Okay. You should have taken it with check. This was still going to be interesting, though, I thought, because I have this. Oh, knight to d8. I was thinking queen c7, and then I was going to come in with the knight, which is not the right move also. Queen h5 is the... Wow. This game was so complicated. This game was so complicated. Okay. He sacks here. I went for the check. Why was queen h5 the better move? Isn't it the same thing? Oh. Then I can grab this and play rook a5. Wow. Yep, wasn't going to see that. Nope. Nope, wasn't going to see it. Okay. We took the rook. Bishop g5. Nice move by our opponent. Totally didn't see it. At least I had knight d2 to not get checkmated. And they missed it. They needed to just take. And then what? Ah, queen b2. You're going to win the rook. King e3. Oh, you're not even going to win the rook. You don't care about the rook. You're coming over here for checkmate. Ooh, nasty. That's nasty. Okay. They didn't see it, so on we go. Queen h8 was a good move. Yeah. In my mind, I thought I was getting a back rank checkmate here. Like, the king has to go in the corner, and then I can just checkmate. Or if the king goes here, I can still... Yeah, in my mind, I was thinking that that was also going to be the same, but it's not. It's not the same. Ooh, so many mistakes. Okay. All right, and then let's just real briefly talk about this endgame. So the nice thing for me is this pawn was far enough away that by the time black was able to force the trade, I could get my king in position. So the general rule here, guys, is you always want your king in front of the pawn. Okay, so for example, if I would have played this move, the game is going to be a draw very soon. Now it's a draw. Even if I don't lose my pawn, let's say I go here and push it like this, it's still a draw. Because as soon as the pawn gets in front of the king, you can't win, right? Because black is always going to be able to do this. And when you come over, they get the opposition. This is a very, very common endgame that you really need to understand. Okay, you really need to understand this one. And every time I push, it's a stalemate. Okay, you have to keep the king in front of the pawn. So going back here, that's what I did. I just moved it up, moved it over. Notice, king in front of the pawn. Now I start thinking about when I can safely push it. And the best way to do that is think about opposition, right? So black is going to try to get in front of me, and I need to have the opposition to force the king to move away, okay? So I noticed that if I play f4 and the king goes there, then I could play f5 and get the opposition. So here we go, f5. I used the pawn to get opposition with my king. That just means that I played the last move when the kings are directly opposed, and now black has to step to the side. Okay? And that's what we saw. And now, once you're able to come up and get control of the queening square, you just escort the pawn, you get the queen, and you win. Very, very important endgame. You have to understand that. King needs to go in front of the pawn, otherwise it's just going to be a draw. Okay? All right, let's jump into the next game. Let's jump into the next game. 2156. Ooh, 2276. All right. Wish me luck. Okay, Sicilian, at least I'm pretty comfortable with this. Knight to d7. I like to play d4 against this because there's no knight that can jump out and attack my queen. Okay, so the queen gets on a nice square. We trade. We play knight c3. We play bishop G5. I'm very comfortable with this opening line here. So I have bishop G5, E5. Okay, that's a different way to play it. Usually they play knight f6 and e6. This one, I'm trying to remember. We're just going to go to d3. And notice they have created this d5 square, right? This is now a backward. No, this is a backward pawn. The d6 is a backward pawn. So we can take advantage of this hole, and we can also, at some point, pile up on this d6 pawn. Now, the question is, do I really want my king over here in line with the rook and get to be attacked? Probably not. I probably want it over here. So I think I'm going to castle king side. But I do want to still put a rook here. So let's go ahead and do that. And probably we're going to take here once they castle, because the bishop wouldn't be able to take, or we jump in this way. They would have to take with the pawn. That's probably what they're thinking about. Yeah, they're going to make me do that first. That's fine. They can attack me, but that's okay. And I think we can go knight d5 immediately, or we can play knight f5 and keep the option open for over here, which I do like. I think I am going to do that. So notice I'm eyeing these squares in particular because there's no pawns, right, that can attack them. See that? No pawn here, no pawn here. So it's important. So yeah, he's trying to defend that, but I could still jump in here. Now we have a threat here. If they take me, I'm just going to recapture with the queen, keep the pressure up, and then the knight's coming into f5. So what is black going to do about this? Maybe rook d8? No, they're going to take it. Okay, great. So here we go. And now we have knight f5. And there's no piece on the board that can take my knight once it gets there. Unless black's going to sacrifice the rook, right? That's the only way. Or sacrifice the queen. So you can see the value of this square for my knight. It's an amazing outpost, right? If a black pawn was sitting here, different story. But it's not. So here we go. And look at this. We're going to win this pawn. I'm pretty confident we're going to win this pawn. And then it's a question of, can we convert the endgame? I'm going to try to play b5. Okay, let's go ahead. Jump in. Now's the moment. And we don't have to win just a pawn. Maybe there's some other things that open up here. Yeah, like I might actually just do this now. King can't castle. I am going to do that. It's a valuable thing to not allow the king to castle, and I'm just going to go back. I'm just going to go back. Totally worth it. Now look at this. The rook can come up and over. We can even do a little triple battery here. And I mean, look at the bishop. Just look at it. Look at the bishop. Like a pawn. Yep, rook to d3. We're going to triple. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe even try to go over there. Okay, he wants to trade. If I take and double up, do I win the pawn? Guaranteed. d5 takes. Yes, I do. So that seems pretty straightforward. But the other question is, do I have a better move? No, it's not going to be it. All right, so we're going to do it. We're going to win this pawn. And then it's like I said, can we win the endgame? Which we should be able to. Should be able to. I don't want to trade. I want to actually just win a clear pawn. So let's just play b3. Stop that. And we're still winning the pawn. It's not going anywhere, right? Could even trade here first and then jump in with the rook. That looks pretty good too. And notice how normally... Okay, now I can't because then he's defending. So now I have to just take it. And black can trade if they want. Okay, so can we win this king and pawn endgame? I think we probably can because we have the 3 against the 2. Now, I don't have to... Yeah, I kind of have to trade. I can't do this, right? All right, checkmated, so I kind of have to trade. So yeah, we're going to go into the endgame and see if we can win. Now, our pawn structure is better, and we're up a pawn. But I don't want to mess this up. So, here's what I'm thinking. I'm actually thinking about playing H4, F3, G4. Because once I get that in, I have a pass pawn that he has to guard. That's going to be super valuable, I believe. I'm going to start with F3 because that gives me options if I want to go with my king. Okay, he's going to make a beeline over here for sure, which is fine. But if I get the pass pawn, he's got to come right back. That's where we come in with H4 and G4. He's going to go here. I can guarantee you that. And I think now's the moment. We create that pass pawn, and the king just has to guard it, if I'm not mistaken. And then we can run over and do whatever we want. Now, the only way this is wrong is if I'm overextending somehow, but I don't think so. And the added bonus is we clamp down here, so black can't even use these pawns. Yeah, there we go. This has got to be winning. Has to be. King has to just come and sit over here now. He's just got to go watch the pawn. I'm not going to push it, because then I might lose it. But I'm going to leave it right there. Right there, because it's defended, right? And now I can do whatever I want with my king. I think we played a near perfect game. I think we did. Let's check. Let's check. Okay, 93. Oh, no, but there's no mistakes. So why is it only a 93? It literally says book moves, excellent moves, best moves. That's weird. All right, let's see. I think that's pretty good. Because I didn't... let's see if we missed anything at all. Eval bar. Where's the eval bar? Oh, it's already on. Okay, great. Yeah. Okay. Great. You can see that already. Nice advantage. Jump the knight in. Jump the knight in. Perfect. Was there a better move here? Oh, it liked c4 a little bit better. Okay. Takes. Yep. Yep. Wow. Stockfish is so weird. It wanted me to play rook a3 here. Really? It wants me to just let him take this. Because then I come in this way. Stockfish. Okay. All right. So it wasn't a perfect game, but it was pretty good. F3's up there. Even G4. What? Wow. G4. We're just right away. Basically saying that now your king comes up and you kind of do the same thing. Although I really like the way that I did it. Seemed like it made more sense. And now, yeah, once you get this, black's king just has to sit there. And it's real easy. So I would have gone here. I would have come over and, you know, something like this. I can just take this. And they can never take it, right? They can never take it. And then we're gone. Cool. 266 wins, 14 losses. Is that what it is? I'm going to trust you on that one. Because I wasn't paying attention. Thanks. Rice gives you extra points. Yeah, that's right. Hey, Andrew. Gifted 5 memberships. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. Who's going to get it? Love and Lucky Life. Huh. I know that person. That's my sister, actually. All right. Thank you, Andrew. Cool. Okay. Let's jump into the next game. I'm going to stand for this one so I can stretch my legs while we play. Go ahead. Andrew is Mr. Beast here. That's right. Right. Hey, Noah. Welcome. Middle game idea, please? Are you asking about the middle game idea from that last game? Neo XYY? Is that what you're asking? I didn't understand the question. Yeah, like the video, guys. Like the video. I mean, the stream. All right, let's go ahead. We got quite a few points from that one, so that was very nice. Okay, let's go ahead. Hey, Harry, how you doing? I'm going to play my Cozio here. How do you proceed in middle games? General ideas? You want to look for the weaknesses in the position. So like in that last game, when those pawns were pushed forward and it created those outposts for my knights, I made that the focus of the game. Now, that was the strategy in like a positional type of game. In a tactical game, you're just looking for tactics and you're scanning for, can I get checkmate? Can I win some material? You know, knight d5. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and castle because that's going to be something I'm going to want to do regardless. Yeah, interesting. See, normally you put the bishop on c5 once the knight's on c3 because they can't play c3, but this person is just immediately trying to do that, which is smart, I think. So I'm going to play a6 because I want my bishop to have somewhere to go if I need to on this diagonal. Okay, and now what do I do? Do I play b5 and do this? Do I just play d6 and not worry about it and let my bishop out? I think so. I think so. Let's take it and go back here. Yeah. So we've got the pressure here. Bishop g4 is going to be coming next, probably. Depending on what white does. Oh, bishop g5. Okay, okay, okay. I have to be a little careful here. I think I'm going to play f6. Now, f6 is a risky move. It's a risky move because of this diagonal. But I'm going to have time to react and move my king to safety. So that's why I'm going to play it. If there was already a bishop sitting there, I couldn't get away with this, right? I couldn't play a move like that. I would get check, and then I would lose a rook immediately. But in this case, we can do it. Possibility of turning the sound off? Yeah, I can turn the sound off. Of course, I can change those settings. Or I can change it to something a little bit less, what's the word? Annoying? Is it annoying now? I don't know. Okay, so he's really defending this, which is probably smart because I was about to attack it. So here's the thing. If I go here, then I have to worry about queen b3 because I'm going to have to move my king, and then the queen's going to come in, and I don't like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and play king h8 right now so that I no longer have to worry about that. And now I can think about whatever developing here. Let's go ahead. Threatening to take and win the pawn. Oh, he's going to take here and win a... Oh, I didn't think about that. I just plundered a pawn. Plundered a pawn. Man. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Not off to a good start now. Okay, he plays King H1. What a weird move. What a weird, weird move. Okay, just hold on a minute. Guess he thought he had to do that to do this, but he could have just won the pawn. Okay. I think I'm going to go here to defend, but at the same time, maybe attack over there. Alternatively, I play f5 to unleash the queen this way, and also potentially the rook. I'm going to do it this way because once I get the queen there and the knight goes to h4, that's a pretty dangerous position, I think, for white. So I will do it this way. Okay, he wants to go rook g3 if I try to bring the queen in. Okay. So maybe now we play f5 since I need something to play. And if I can get the rook involved, that adds another piece to the attack. Let's try it. Don't really see anything else to do. White's position is pretty solid, so this seems like the only way to kind of open things up. Maybe this move too, but I want to try to ideally get this rook and then this one straight away over to the f file. Bishop to b3. This guy's playing some crazy weird moves. I just like what is he doing? Trying to set up some sort of a checkmate or something, maybe? That's what I'm thinking, but I'm having a hard time seeing it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I take, then the queen does have access. So maybe that's what he's thinking. But what if I push? What if I push to shut down the... Yeah, there you go. There you go. What is going on? Instantly plays rook takes g6. I'm so confused. I mean, I could even take this if I want. Then the rook would move, and I could take this. So that's one thing. But I could also just take the rook. Then the knight takes... I could sack that and jump in with the queen, or just slide the rook over here. I mean, I don't know what's going on anymore, to be honest with you. I guess we'll take the rook. You played that move in 1 second. What? Oh, man. Okay. Well, we don't want to allow this. So I guess we got to stack. And I guess I probably want to take this. Or this way. Which way's better is the question. But if I take with the bishop, it allows this little tactic. So I guess we got to take with the knight. Okay. Okay. Oh, here we go again. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's like, I don't care if you fork me. Go ahead. He's going to go here, and that's checkmate. But if he goes here, I take the bishop. And that's not checkmate. And now you want a piece. So he's going to go here. No, because he can't go there. He's going to go here. No, because then I trade. I don't know what he's going to do. Probably going to take this, because he probably didn't see this move. Nope. Didn't see that one. He's going to go here. Okay. So what do I do? Queen here to stop the checkmate, and also threaten my own checkmate. Take here to stop the checkmate. This seems more powerful, right? Getting the queen there. What's white going to play if I do that, though? What's he going to play? Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. Yeah, that's got to be it. That's got to be it. But we stopped the checkmate. We threaten our own checkmate. We're still having fork here. We still have this. Okay. I guess we just take that. If I took this, no, that's not good enough. Okay. Let's just check, make sure I'm not getting mated. I don't think so. We have a new checkmate thread here, but he's going to take it probably. Yeah, only move, seemed like. Back. Not yet. Not yet. We're going to set it up first. And now we can take here with the follow-up check. Yeah, so that's a... He wants to go back there, but I still think I can do it, right? Because he can't take me because of what I just said. Check, we take that. So he would go bishop f1 or queen f1. Let's say bishop f1, but then I have this. Yeah, it works. It works. Because we have queen h5, so it's fine. Fine. My bishop is great. Oh, there it is. There it is. 2175, folks. 2175. All right. All right, pretty nice. I can't analyze this right now. I have to step away. I have to help one of our kids with something. So I'm going to need a few minutes. I will give you guys a puzzle, though, that you can work on. So let me go grab one real fast, okay? Just give me 1 second. All right. See if I can find a random one here. How about... I'm just going to pull up a random composer here, okay? Random composer, see what they have composed. Okay, This one might be interesting. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. So, what am I trying to do? Analysis. Set up position. Okay. Your task, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is get a draw as white from this position. Oh, thanks for the super chat. Sorry, I don't have it set up on this particular scene, but thank you. Okay, here we go, guys. White to play. Oh, I need to change. That's not win. It's not win. Yeah, it's not win. I don't have it. Yeah, there we go. Who wins? There you go. It's a draw. Okay, it's a draw. White to play and draw. What's the drawing move for white? Keep in mind that this pawn is going this way. I think. Yeah, it is. It's like this. Okay. White to play and draw. I need a few minutes. Be back. All right, guys, what's going on? Did we solve it? What's the move? What is the move for white? Somebody said king b4. Somebody said knight f7. Any other ideas? Or you think it's one of those moves? f7, king b4. Okay, it seems to be those two options. I'm going to give you guys a poll with those two. So, and I'm going to actually add one extra one. And king b4. Okay, it should be one of these three moves. Okay, so I'm going to add this one too. Let's see what the poll says. Okay, we see... Pretty close. It's pretty close between knight f7 and king b4. Wow, this is a weird solution. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yes, you guys are correct. Knight to f7 is the correct move. Now, the first thing that I like to do in these positions is figure out why the other move is not correct. Okay, so let's start with that. If we play king to b4, what is black going to do? King to f5 to attack our knight. Okay, we can't go here because of the pawn. We can't go there, so we have to go backwards somewhere. Let's say we go knight to f7. Then they're going to push the pawn. Now, our king is too far, right? You can very quickly see we can't get into the box, right? So we can't catch that pawn. We have to use our knight somehow. Let's say we go for a check. Black, let's just say, moves here. And we try to bring our knight closer somehow. They play g2. Do we have a way to stop the pawn? I don't see any. Okay, so that's kind of the problem with king to b4. Our knight just runs out of options. So now that we know the problem, we have to understand, okay, how does knight f7 check solve the problem? So let me look at the answer because I want to make sure I show you the correct line. So knight, king to f4. Okay, so black, yeah, that makes sense. They're moving forward to support their pawn. Now, what's the move for white? So you have, I guess, 1, 2, 3, 4 options. It's funny because only one of them is the correct move. Only one of these is the correct move. Let's do a poll. This is interesting. So we have, let me do knight d6, knight d8, knight h6, knight h8. Okay, you ready? See what you guys think. Which of these knight moves is the correct move? What if you sack the knight is the question? You're saying, what, here? Sack the knight? Well, the problem is your king is not close enough to catch the pawn, right? Remember, you have to be able to step into the box to catch the pawn. Your king's not even close. So you would have to sack the knight for the pawn, but you can't do that because if you try to like attack it, it's going to move probably. Okay. Seems like the majority is saying knight to d6, which honestly, if I'm playing a game, this is probably what I would think too, right? It seems like the most logical move because it gives you the most options to loop around this way or loop around this way if you have to, or this, whatever, right? It gives you lots of options. But I'm with you guys. I think that's what I would choose too. That's not the correct move though. It's not the correct move. So the correct move is knight to d8, which some of you did say. So congratulations if you found that. Why is knight d6 not the right move? Let's see if we can figure that out first. So g3, and how do we stop the pawn? I guess we try to come over this way, but again, we just don't have any options. Can't get to the pawn. So the question is, how does knight to d8 help us? Okay, now black has a couple of things they could try. Let's say they push the pawn first. We're gonna go check. So that's the first point. We were able to get a move with check. And I don't know, let's say the king keeps going this way. Check. Okay, so we have another check. And if the king keeps going this way. What's the move? We go back to e6. This is fascinating to me. And then look at this. This is the key idea, I think, in this puzzle. Knight to f4. Look at this setup. What is so special about this? Well, we're attacking the pawn, so we're actually threatening to sacrifice, which is what we need to do, right? But we're also setting up a fork if they get the queen, okay? So that's the key. We have to somehow get this type of setup where we can jump in, attack the pawn, and also be ready to get a fork if it pushes forward. And this was the way to do that, by going with this check. Now, of course, the king could have moved somewhere else. Let's say they went to e3. And now let's see, what do we do? Knight to g5, g2. Here's a different idea. We come over this way and we stop it. So if the king runs too far that way, we can do this. Very, very tricky position. Okay, but after knight to d8, instead of pushing the pawn, a more interesting try for black is the move king to f5, because they take away that square from our knight. Okay? So now we have to come around a different way, which I'm not going to keep like having you guys try to find this because it's not really intuitive to me. So we're just going to look at it. Knight to c6 is the only move. Only move. Let's see what the idea is. If the pawn pushes, you go in with a check. If the king moves forward, you go knight to e2. You're attacking it. Ooh. And after g2, you block. Okay. And by the way, if you ever get this, it's a draw because whenever the king attacks you, you jump over to the other side. If it attacks you, you jump back. You jump over to the other side. And eventually black has to say, okay, fine, and you could take it, right? All right. So going back here, knight to c6, if they push, that's what we can do. But again, black is trying to be clever. King to e4. Notice how the king is trying to take away all of our squares with the knight. So we keep doing this dance, right? Knight to d8. And finally, now they push the pawn. But we still have knight to e6. And let me see. I think they push it. No, they don't push it again. Yeah, this is so tricky. If they push it again, here you go. Check, and we make it around. Wow. I'm just understanding this as we're going through it. So what do they do instead? They play... Oh, king to f3. What's the idea here? Is if we try to come this way, king to g4 takes away those options. If we try to get the pawn, it's gone. And again, we have no way to stop it, because if we go for check, the king is in place to take those away. Wow. So instead, we have to come over this way. If anybody could actually like find this line in a game, I would be really impressed. This is wild stuff. So you go this way. King comes down here. And does anyone want to try from this point to see the drawing move? Any ideas? Where do we go? Where do we go with the knight now? It's e6. It's e6. If you go here, the pawn just pushes, and you actually don't have a way to get that set up. Remember what I told you guys before? We want to be able to attack the pawn, but also have a follow-up fork, right? So let's think through this. We want to be able to attack the pawn, but have a follow-up fork. Where does the follow-up fork have to be? Right here, okay? But we also want to attack the pawn right here. So where does our knight need to go? Right here. So what should be the only move in this position? Knight to e6, right? Because if the pawn pushes, this is what we needed, right? The key position here. So I think black has one final try. No, that's the solution. That's the solution. So there it was doable to find it, but from the very beginning, you have to have done a lot of like calculating to figure that out. All right. Cool. Great. Good job, guys. Let's jump back to a game. I'm going to sit down again now. Oh, there's a board. Why is there a... What is happening? Oh, it's that one. Okay. Sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, we're going to try it again. We're going to try the Gambit again, since we had a nice game last time. And we'll see if our opponent wants to accept it. We're going to actually get to see it? No, we're not. Everybody's afraid. I don't know. Like, everybody's just afraid of this thing. F6, I think I'm going to leave it, and whenever you see a move like this, you want to ask, okay, what weaknesses does it create? Well, it creates some weaknesses here. So bishop d3 immediately kind of helps me take advantage of that if I can get my queen over here. So I'm already thinking of you know, knight to g5, because I want to go here. Knight to e5, because I want to go here. The only issue is the knight goes to f6, and then it sort of stops the fun. I'm probably going to take with the pawn to not allow that, because I really need the knight to not go to f6, because I want to go here. Yes, perfect. And now, knight to g5. Can we do it? Now is the question. Or bishop g5, because I don't want the knight to move again and start blocking my bishop off. So very interesting position already. Okay, let's just analyze it. If we go here, if they capture our pawn, we will go with the check. g6 is actually playable because black has enough pieces defending it. I don't like that. I don't like that. So I think we will go bishop g5. And it's an annoying pin, for one thing. And I'm also developing my bishop. And I'm not losing this pawn in the center. Okay, he's trying to take that. I think we need to get the king out of the center, but otherwise we're going to start having some problems here. Let's go ahead and do that. I am willing to sacrifice this pawn. I am willing to do that. Basically, what I'm saying is if black takes that pawn, then I'm going to go here, and now the rook's involved, and I'm still going to get a nice attack on the king. Yeah, I didn't think they would want to take it. Okay, knight to g6. We could take it and play queen d3 and try to just go for the pawn that way. Now, there is going to be queen f7, maybe. So, is that good enough for us or not, is the question. This is such a weird position that we have already. Okay. I'm thinking if I want to grab that pawn now, too, just so that my knight can come out, because I really would like my knight to come out here. I'm also thinking rook e1 is probably where I need my rook to be, so maybe I should just go ahead and do that now. Yeah, let's go ahead. Definitely looks like this is where my rook needs to be, right? Not only for defending the pawn, but if black decides to try to take the pawn, then that's where I'm going to want it. So definitely, and I'm still kind of thinking through these other moves. So whenever you're playing chess and you have like multiple options, you try to play the move that you're sure you're going to need to play because you know you're going to need it. And the other ones, I might want to play that, I might not. You try to give yourself more time to get some more information about what your opponent does, right? Because sometimes they'll play things where it's like, oh, I don't want to do what I was going to do anymore, right? But this one, pretty much anything black plays, I'm going to want to do this. Does that make sense? Okay, so he takes here. So we're not taking with the rook anymore. There's no point, right? That moment has passed. We could take with the knight and try to jump in. Or we could leave it and play knight to c3. Now, the nice thing about knight to c3 is if this gets shut down, I have another option of sacking here and pushing my pawn forward to get at the king. Although, yeah, and the other thing is this. If I go here, it gives black the option to trade and probably castle. And it looks like they escape all the shenanigans. So I'm thinking we go knight c3. Now, it's a hanging piece, but knight to b5 is a very serious threat. So I'm okay with the hanging piece. Let's go ahead. And again, we're getting a very wild game. So hang on to your hats. All right. Wow. Okay. Where to even begin? Where to even begin? This one is an obvious move to start with because bishop's attacking my rook. If I make the bishop trade, then I don't have to worry about that. And I open the e file. So definitely that's a move to consider. Bishop takes check, followed by queen d3. Trying to come in this way is definitely a move to consider. c3, just making the bishop leave is probably a move to consider. Because if it moves like back here, then I can jump in with the knight and it doesn't get traded. Black's most likely trying to castle to get out of the center. That's why I like this line, because if I do that and they castle, then I could still jump in with the queen and it still looks pretty dangerous. Although how strong is that? I don't know, because I'm losing a knight. I'm losing a knight. Here, takes. If they castle, do I have any follow-up attacking ideas? c3. I guess the bishop just goes back to like e7. Is that a useful move? It's kind of a useful move, actually, because it's going to shut down the knight, and it also gives me more options with my queen. So, having considered all that, I think I will play c3 as sort of, let's see, bishop c5. Yeah, but I'm not super worried about that, because if black ever decides to do that, they're going to get checkmated. So, okay, we're going to throw this move in. I'm expecting probably bishop e7. And I'm basically saying then I'll continue with whatever I'm going to do, but I'm glad that I played this move because, like I said, gives me the options with the queen, shuts down the knight. And I can basically just follow up with whatever my plan was going to be afterwards, either knight here or bishop here or something else. And I got this move for free, essentially, kind of, because of the attack here. Time. Yeah, I know time is going down, but this is a super complicated position. Like, at any moment, somebody could blunder like a queen or a checkmate or a piece, and you can't let that happen. So you got to slow down in these critical moments. You just have to. I mean, there's so many ways I could play this too. Even like rook b1 to set up knight d6, queen c2 to set up this threat. Just jumping in like I already talked about right away. There's probably even some other ideas that I'm not thinking about. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like that's not going to be the best move because it's not really focusing on the king, and black could just move the queen somewhere. But I don't think I want to play rook b1. The issue with taking here is that no, I mean, that does look pretty strong. So does 96. Just getting this. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't really know what's going on. 3, 4, 5. We're down 2 pawns, but that really doesn't mean anything in this type of position. Bishop e7. I could actually trade and then jump in here. So maybe black's going to play bishop c5. I'm not super concerned about this. I'd be willing to sacrifice my rook. But knight to d6 also would probably just force the trade right away anyway. Yeah, knight to d6 takes castles. Seems to be like one of the most... Oh, well, okay, but then I could actually play queen d3. And how does black defend? You can't actually defend that, so I'm going to be... Yeah, I'm going to be able to win the pawn and have my queen there. Actually does look pretty good. Okay, okay. So knight to d6, followed by the trade, and queen to d3. I think that's what I'm leaning towards. Opponent's taking a very long time here. Hope they didn't get disconnected. Although it is a super wild position, so they might just be thinking. Okay. Hey, Kip. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Feeling good. How are you? What's the rice cooker thing about? Oh, no. You haven't heard about the rice cooker? Oh, my. Let's just say that people who cook rice seem to be exceptionally good at chess. Exceptionally good. That gives you a clue what we're talking about. Okay, guys, I don't know. Maybe they disconnected. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. Good question. All right. Oversized king and queen. Nope, just those. Actually, no, that's not true. I have a whole set out back. It's not those ones that you're looking at there. Those are like glass or porcelain or something like that. Not glass. But the ones out back are like hard plastic. It's a mega chess set. It's pretty nice. Actually, like high quality. It's really good. Okay, yeah, I guess the game's over now, but it was about to be really interesting. I think the best plan, and we'll check with Stockfish, but I think, let's just say the bishop moved here or here. I think the best plan was going to be, let's say it moved here, to go here. And after the trade, I was going to take, then probably attack it. I think it was going to be difficult for black to defend that. Oh my. Queen takes b5 is brilliant. Really? Really now? Queen takes b5 and then the fork? No, I can't believe that that's a brilliant move. Can't believe that. But we're about to find out because it looks like the game's going to end. Fortunately. Yeah, c3 was such a powerful move. Dun 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 dun. Analyze the previous game before moving. Oh yeah, we could go back and look at that briefly. Although I want to look at this one first because this position is really interesting. All right, 13 seconds. It was a lot of fun. Okay. What is happening? There we go. $90 and $80. Okay. Pretty good. Let's check the eval bar. So it doesn't like that move a ton. Wanted to see castling first. Okay, not a big deal though. Now we castled. Great. Rook e1, best move. Great. It did want me to take this. So I was just thinking after this, black's going to castle. And what was I going to do? But it says you take it. And you play... No, you play knight h4. And you allow this. Ah. You know why they play... You know why the engine wanted knight h4? Because it wanted to use the rook. It wanted to use the rook. Look at that. Such a smart idea. Yeah, I mean, that's dangerous. That's real dangerous for black. Wow. Look at Stockfish. Okay, so that was the idea. All right, but I didn't see that, so I played here. Okay. Stake, good move. C3. It's one of the best moves. Yeah, C3. Oh, bishop E3 is on the list, too. Interesting. I did think about it, but then I was like, why do I want to retreat my bishop when it's already on a good diagonal? And I didn't see the idea. And also blocks my rook. So I just, yeah, I didn't like that. No, now it's saying C3 is the best move. Yep, cool. So we did it. We played the best move, and he flagged. Now, bishop C5. Best move is, wait for it, knight to D6. Takes, and after castling, best move is not bishop takes. It's the third option. Best move is again bishop E3. Stockfish really likes this move. I don't really understand why. Oh, it wants knight G5. It really wants the knight to go to G5 and the queen to go to H5 and checkmate. That's what it wants. And the fact that you can do it with a tempo, it's like, hey, move the bishop. The bishop's blocking the knight. Just get it out of there. Wow. Only I could think like Stockfish does. Now it says bishop C1. You go here, you go here. What? Okay. Anyway, my other idea wasn't terrible. It just wasn't as good as Stockfish's. Queen D3. Ah, because rook F5 shuts me down. Now I have to go back here, and it's just an equal position. Wow. Okay. Hey, welcome to Stalemater's. Thank you. You still don't get the rice cook. Okay, so I'll explain it, because a lot of people are confused. There was an opponent. This was a while ago, who played a game that we're not sure. We were not sure if they were cheating or not. There were some questionable decisions, some questionable time usage. I had a weird feeling about it. They sent a follow-up email, or supposedly their teacher sent a follow-up email. And the reason that the time usage was weird, wait for it, they had to like go turn on or turn off their rice cooker in the middle of the game. That's why the time usage was weird. That's the story. It's a story. So, anyway, somebody asked about the last game. Let's look at it very quickly. This one that we didn't analyze. Yeah, I'm not saying if they're right or wrong, if it's true or not true, but that's the running joke. And I will tell you, though, that account never played another game after that. They just stopped playing. So if you weren't doing something wrong, why would you just stop playing? Just keep playing. Just keep doing what you're doing. You know? Anyway. What were we... What? I don't even remember this game. Oh, this was that other game. Yes. Okay. King H1 was not a good move. Okay. It didn't really look like a good move. I was thinking, yeah, this is what I was thinking. I lost a pawn. Why don't you just take it? That's what they should have done. They didn't. Allowed me to do this. I'm sorry. Stockfish wants me to play rook to b8 in this position. I guess so that you can take with the rook after that happens. No, I'm not going to play rook to b8. Okay. f5. Nope, it was one of the moves for a little while, and then it changed. No, yeah, f5 is a good move. Dogfish is just catching up. It's not a bad move. Okay. f4, great move. Good. Wow. Yep, good. Yep. Blundered the fork. Queen h3. Bishop takes f2 here? Ooh. Wait, what? What am I missing? It doesn't work, does it? Oh, because the rook's hanging at the end of everything. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, so you can do that. Oh, wow, okay. Didn't see that one. But this is still pretty good. And then the rook comes over. And now I saw it. And then h5. Cool. Yep. So that was a pretty well played game. Okay. Let's jump in, and before I have to go to lunch, see if we can get to 2200. We're on a nice little win streak here. I've got the confidence. Let's see if we can make it happen. Why is it when I watch you and can see your moves, but when I play alone, I blunder and miss out? Yeah, so it's two things. It's one, because you're probably more relaxed, and then if you don't handle the pressure well when you're playing yourself, that could be one reason. And the other reason is when you're just watching someone, you don't have to think about everything. You don't have to think about, oh, don't blunder, be careful, watch out for this, watch out for that, because the person playing is doing that. So you kind of forget about that, and you just focus on like looking for cool ideas and whatever, and you find stuff that you wouldn't normally find. I think that's why. Because sometimes that happens for me. Like I'm looking at a game and I'm like, huh, what if this idea works? But I'm totally ignoring everything else about the position, right? And so I'm able to really focus on that one idea. When you play yourself, you can't do that. You got to look at everything, right? Okay, what do we do when we see c3? Usually we play d5. Now, in this particular case, do I still want to play d5? I think I do. The other way is bishop e7 in castles. Because we have it defended. Yeah, I think we do. You got to take advantage of the fact that the knight can't harass the queen. So you got to just strike at the center. But it is important that this is defending this e pawn, otherwise we would just be losing the e5 pawn. Okay, Harry, take it easy. Have a good lunch. 268 wins. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You recently won a game against the Scandinavian using the tactics you showed in your video. Awesome, man. You're welcome. I'm glad to hear that. I am glad to hear that. Okay, queen a4. Yeah, this is pretty standard stuff. One of the ideas. This is very much like a Ponziani, except with some weird knight g6, inserted. So normally I think what we do is just take and follow it up with like bishop d7. So for example, takes, and bishop d7. If I play bishop d7 now, then I lose this, which is not what we want. Yeah, so I think we got to take it. And then, like I said, we'll take here. We'll go bishop d7. And we have some nice aggressive piece placement. Bishop d7. Yep, defends the rook. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we lose a pawn, but it's okay because look at our pieces, and I think I like this position for us. So what we're going to do now, I believe, is bishop e7. We don't want to get pinned and have problems after d4 happens. But also play f5 straight away. And e4. No, I really need to get the king out of the center, I believe. Yeah, so we're going to go bishop e7. And after d4, we're probably just going to take it and castle. Yes, we lost a pawn in that exchange, but I'm happy because I got all my pieces out very quickly. And white is still trying to develop, right? So it's kind of a trade-off. But usually the active pieces makes up for a pawn, in my opinion. But we'll see if that's how it works out in this game. I've never played a game against Magnus. Nope, I have not. I should do a Halloween stream where you play only the Halloween Gambit. Yeah, the only problem is the Halloween Gambit is hard to play unless black plays, you know, the exact 3 moves. Okay, I didn't think about that. My pawn was just hanging. But it probably doesn't change my strategy. I'm still going to castle. And still say I have 2 pieces out and you have no pieces out. So it's the same thing, except I lost an extra pawn. Matt Redmond, hey. Cooking rice is correlated with victory. I don't know why there's so much hate. Sometimes you just got to toggle the cooker on and off. Yeah, no, we're just having fun with it. I'm not intending in any way to make fun of that person or, you know, harass them or anything like that. But I will say, if you are going to cheat, I don't really have a lot of, you know, I don't feel bad about if there's something that funny that comes out of that. Like I don't feel bad about saying that, right? Like you made the decision to, you know. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about it. All right. So, bishop d6 gains a tempo, sets up this on a nice diagonal. I do like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now we are down 2 pawns. So we do need to kind of play aggressively here and make something happen. So I'm thinking rook to b8 with the idea of coming up like this. It also temporarily stops white from developing unless they're willing to sacrifice this pawn, which they're not. Okay. And here we go. I think now maybe is the moment to bring the rook up and over. Rook to g5 I would be able to play. And I'm trying to coordinate my pieces in an attacking fashion here. What, you're suspicious of this opponent? Oh, no, I don't think so. No, because they have some fast moves and then some slow moves. I'm not suspicious of this person. Looks very normal. They had some fast moves. They had some deep thinks at critical moments. This is very normal to me. I don't think they're cheating. Nope, nope, no rice cooking here. Ah, d5. Okay. So that's a good move, actually. It's a very good move. Yes, it is. Okay. We can play c6, but then there's c4. Wow. All right. Ah, you know what I could play, though? Hold on. No, I can't. I was going to say I could play this, but there's still c4. Wow. Yeah, that is a powerful move. It's a very powerful move. Okay. Yeah. Okay, what do we do here, then? I did not see that one. Yeah, I don't know what to do now. Okay, let's see. What if I play c6 and then just slide the rook over there, knight to a4? Okay, what if I play c6 and go here? Knight to e4? Ooh. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. g6, there's queen f3. Ah, but then at least I can attack some more. All right, that's the best. I think that's the best thing. Queen f3, he's going to go probably to defend the pawn. And then I have queen h4, and we can try to keep attacking. Yep, I think it's my best chance. Immediately threatening checkmate. If they play g3, though, then we have these light square weaknesses. But I think you have to play g3. Right? Oh, no, you can play h3, I guess, too. So what would I do against h3? Hmm. Hmm. I can't get away with this, can I? You can't take with the pawn, but you could take... Okay, he does go g3. All right, so here with the idea of something like that, or what? What? Yeah, I have to. I don't see any other options, really. Ah, that was such a good move, d5, man. Yes, of course, that happens now. I think we have to go back. The rook is the rook is misplaced now, unfortunately. Never got it across. Okay, so we got to hope for a big mistake here from our opponent. Yeah, white's crushing me right now. But let's see if they make a mistake at some point. Coming into f6, so I guess we go here to try to mitigate that. And there's knight g5 too, so maybe I do have to go back here. Ooh, but then they're going to go in anyway. Ooh. Yeah, this is rough. This is rough. Very rough. Knight f6, takes 6, but they can't go here immediately because of my queen, so maybe I would have a chance to do something. Maybe I would have a chance. I'm going to play this move. Play this one. See if we can pick up the tempo. Maybe they can blunder something. That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, I'm going to try to go there. Of course, white's not going to let me, but that's the idea. He was trying to go like this, so I'm trying to be proactive against that. What I'm trying to do. Yeah, white's a very strong player. But sometimes, you know, everybody has weaknesses. Sometimes people have weaknesses in the end game or when they get low on time. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that this person maybe is going to panic a little bit when they get below like 3 minutes. I don't know. Can't really do anything. I'm doing the best I can. So just gotta. That's all you can do. Do the best you can. Ooh. G4. go here, I guess. At least we keep control of these squares so the rook can't infiltrate. Oh, he wants to play g5. Uh-oh. I think he wants to play g5. Take here. Ooh. Although maybe it's not the end of the world. I don't know. Maybe I can somehow hold on. Maybe. Because if the pawn takes, I could... I mean, the nice thing about the pawn taking is it blocks the white's pieces, right? They can't get through their own pawn, so I'll just leave it sit there. So, yeah, that's not... Queen f2, what's the idea? What's he trying to do with that move? What's the idea? What's the idea? Is it to trap my queen? Yeah, I could play g5 here. Bring the queen like this. Seems like my best chance to win this game is to play quickly and maybe something make a mistake in the time pressure. That's what it seems like. Yeah, I want to play g5. Slide the queen here. Okay, they're attacking the pawn. How do I defend? How do I defend that? Let's go c6. Ah, they're going to play g5 now. I was worried about this, but I should have been worried about this. That's what they're going to do, yeah. Man, okay. No? Okay. That's not what I thought. Maybe now they're going to do it? The question is, do I want to trade queens or not? This is going to be a very difficult endgame to hold on to. Do I have to sack? Do I actually have to sack? I don't think so. I don't think I have to. Oh. Oh. What a move. I can't take it. But maybe I don't have to take it? Hey, maybe there was some rice going on. Now I'm actually thinking maybe you guys were right. Because no 2100, who's that strong, plays this slow at the end of the game. You just don't do that. It was like they forgot how to play. I don't know. All right, 3,000 puzzle rating. Usually I'm not suspicious when I win games, but this one was weird. Let's go look at it. This one was very weird. Let's check the game review. Well, there's going to be a bunch of mistakes, so this isn't going to tell us a lot, but we'll look at the game and see. Okay, 87, 82. And let's see if all the mistakes came at the end of the game. That'll be kind of telling. Let's go ahead. Eval bar, are you ready for this, guys? I'm going to go click on this so I can see this. Okay, so he plays... Yep, engine move there. Okay, best engine move. Best engine move. Best engine move. Top engine move. Top engine move. No, it was Queen H5. Yeah, it flips back and forth, but Queen H5 was the first one I saw. Knight to D2. First one I saw. D5, best move. Wow, so maybe, yeah. Every single move was an engine move so far. Let's see. Yep, Queen F3. Okay. H3, G3, they're both switching back. G3 was the best. Okay. Yep, C4, top engine move. 94, engine move. Okay. And F6. Let's see here. Yep. Every move so far. Every move. Here it was the second choice. Second choice. Second choice. Top engine move. Yeah, they were cheating. And here, they have 2 minutes. That one wasn't on the list. And this is kind of where they started to fall apart, I think. Let's see. G5 was an engine move. That was an engine move. That was not. That was. Yeah, I think they were cheating. Only because a strong player is going to be able to make moves in this position. This is not that difficult of a position to play. There's only a couple pieces on the board. And you're totally crushing me. Let me look at this amazing bishop here. Just bring your king up or something. But like that's literally bring your king up. Even move here, try to trade. They didn't even know how to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna report. That seems very suspicious to me. Could be wrong, but I think it's worth a report so that chess.com can at least look at it. Yeah, he might not be. He might just be terrible at speed chess, but I find it very hard to believe that you're 3,000 puzzle rating and you can't make some moves at this position. I mean, this is such an easy position to just make some moves in. I'm not even threatening anything. Like, look at my pieces. I'm not even doing anything. Like, just bring your king up. Weird. Super weird. Yeah, it's possible. Exhausted from the game. It's possible. And chess.com can make the final decision, but I think it was worth a report. You have to remember, just because you report someone doesn't mean they're going to get banned, right? Like, that's not how it works. That's just like saying, hey, I think this is worth looking into. And then chess.com can decide, right? I don't know for sure, but okay, we just played this like same thing. And I don't think I'm going to go for that same line that I just did. Or should I? Because I've just seen all the engine moves. Should I do it? I'll do it again. Why not? I'm curious to see if this 2000 player plays the exact same way that the last guy did. Queen A4. Take here. No, he doesn't. Already we see a difference. All right. Rice cooker's off. Yep, we can confirm that was not the engine move. It was Queen A4. Now he plays this. He's behind. He's one move too late. One move too late. And see, now I have time. I can probably just play bishop b7. Or even... I don't know. I'm thinking about some crazy stuff right now. Like that. Like this. Because if I... like, let's just say I go here. Takes. And I have the knight coming in. But maybe there's queen g4. All right. Yeah, let's just play bishop d7. No need to get too fancy right now. How do they check reports? I'm not actually familiar with the anti-cheat algorithm. I don't know how it works exactly. I don't think that's public knowledge that I know of. So, okay. I want to just castle, but I also want to maybe play e4. If I do play e4, it gives my queen the option to zip over here, which I like. Castling gets my king out of the center, but then I have to be careful of this kind of stuff. So yeah, maybe e4. Where's the knight going to go? Back here. Okay, I think we can do this. So e4, and maybe now even bishop d6 first. Then we slide the queen over and threaten checkmate next. Because then it gives me the option I can castle both ways. And it's going to be difficult to defend if I get the queen and bishop lined up like that. Ah, he's going to pin. That's probably smart. So I could just castle. I could still go with bishop d6. Be a little bit more careful now. Or I could go with bishop e7. The nice thing about e7 is it immediately threatens the knight. The knight's probably going to go back. But then I don't have that powerful checkmate threat. Let's say I go here, and f5. C4 is not a thing anymore. But bishop c4 is. But I could just move. And I would be pretty happy. Okay. I'm going to go bishop e7. I want to make the knight move. And then I think I'm going to play f5. Now, f5, here's the thing about f5. I won't be able to bring the queen over to go for checkmate. But then I have this nice pawn on e4. Very well supported. So it's a big trade-off. He plays c4. Oh, he wants me to go here and he's going to take the... Okay, I didn't see that. It's too bad I can't sack my queen here. What I really want to do. I want to just go for a checkmate. All right. I guess I could go to f5. I guess we could do that. Because the problem is if I go here, he's just taking this. That's not going to be good for me. Yeah, I guess we got to do this. That was a good move. I didn't see that. What? Now I like that. I got the tempo. Wow. Okay, he wants to play d5 next. Oh, hold on, dude. Hold on. Queen g4. Wait a minute. Queen g4. You can't play d5 or I take here. So you got to move your knight. But then you're going to get mated, I think. We have e3 or knight h4 or knight f4. Bishop d6. Castles, both directions. It's got to be... something's happening here. h3. I'm not thinking of any of these moves. I guess I go here. He might sacrifice. Yeah, he's going to sacrifice. Man. Okay. Well, hold on. I don't have to go there. I could go here. Oh, but then I'm back in the pin. That's why I moved in the first place. So here it is. He's going to take, I think. I think he's going to take. And then I'm going to probably trade in castle. 3, 6, 7, 3, 6. He's got a knight and a pawn for a rook. Should be good for me. Oh, he doesn't take. Okay, well that makes me happy. F5 maybe, just to defend that annoying pawn on E4. I could think about here and then takes. It's getting really wild. Check takes. I don't think it's quite good enough. I think I want to play F5. Or castles. The rook comes up. Or knight f4 takes sack here and then play f5 to recapture that way. Then there's d5. Oh, my brain is not going to be able to calculate all of that. Let's play f5. Let's just play f5. There's so much here. Okay. Okay. Big question here. Which way do I castle? And they both have some nice advantages. Looks a little bit safer over here, with the exception of this diagonal, but that's not a huge deal. I do like the rook on the f file. This one, I like the rook on the d file, although after d5 happens, maybe it's not that valuable. So with all that in mind, we're going to go this way. That's a very safe space for my king. And this looks pretty nice with the rook on the f file. We can maybe push this at some point. Okay, so d5, kind of expected that one. Let's drop back. And he wants to go there, maybe, or he's trying to just let the bishop out. Either way, I could play bishop d6 or bishop c5. I'm liking bishop d6. If the knight ever jumps here, I might just take it. I would love to push this forward, but then I lose my pawn, and I don't think I'm ready to lose that at the moment. Knight to h4 also looks pretty good. But yeah, knight g3 is kind of an annoying move on my queen. I think I am going to play bishop to d6. Get some control over those squares. And knight e5 actually looks like a good move, because if we get the knight to d3, that looks very dangerous. Rook over here, also possibility. Knight h4 is a possibility. Even knight f4 could be played. Interesting move. Very interesting move. Doesn't seem like the right time for that, honestly, but okay. I think I am going to go with knight e5. I think this is very powerful. These threats here. And again, notice how I'm looking at these squares on the board that can't be controlled by pawns, right? That are outposts for me. That means it's defended by a pawn. Like, that's what I'm looking at. Also this. Here, just take it. But I think I'd rather have the knight in here than take the pawn, although free pawn is a free pawn. You know what I mean? No, we're going to go knight d3. We're going to go knight d3. We're We're going to focus on the big ticket items here. The checkmate and the rook rather than the little pawn. I might play this next just to get all the pieces involved. Or... okay. I could also go here. And what's the idea of going here? Well, I want to play f4, f3. Because if I can get a pawn up there and open up the f file, that's great news. But I don't want to just lose my e4 pawn. But if I go here and I take the knight, then I can do that. Now, bishop b2, I might actually take it, put the knight into a pin, and then play the f pawn. Very interesting position here. Very interesting. Okay. Okay. Let's just go here, I think. Threatening to take it. Creating some more pressure here. I don't know what white's going to do about that. Oh, he's going to just sacrifice. Okay. Well, it was an option for him, sure. Three, 6, 7, 3, 6. Is it enough to sacrifice to simplify? Or do I want to keep the pieces on the board? F4, knight goes here. F3. That looks pretty powerful. I don't think I should simplify. It looks pretty powerful. I was tempted to do that, but I'm going to go for it here. I'm low on time. That's my concern. That's why I was thinking about simplifying, but this looks too powerful to pass up. Yeah, it's just too strong. Because now the rook's involved and the bishop's involved. And it's cutting off the defense. Very, very strong. You can't really take or move or you lose this, but I'm going to take anyway. Most likely. I could even just take this. Take 6. How do you stop the checkmate? Queen f1. Yeah, it looks good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. He does have queen f1, but I have queen g4 check, followed by a rook lift to win the game, I think. Oh, no, he doesn't even have queen f1 because this is just checkmate right away. Never mind. He doesn't even have it. It's even easier than I thought. So how would you stay? Yeah, you can't take the bishop, I guess. Guess you can't take it. So what is white going to play instead? Maybe a bishop move here. Yes. So I'm going to go queen here to keep the pressure up. I think it's just over. I think it's just over. He takes that way. Okay. Man, I kind of froze there for a little bit. I wanted to play bishop f1, but I guess he just takes with the king and runs away, and I didn't see what to do after that. Hold on, please. So we have checkmate, I think. But he's going to try to stop it. The question is, how's he going to stop it? Because we also have all sorts of pins and... Okay. Oh, is it not? What I'm trying to do is go here to set up checkmate, but I don't actually know if it is. Can't move the knight. You can't really play f4. He goes for that. Gotta be this, right? But where's the checkmate? Where is the oh, the bishop's in the rook's defending. Hold on, hold on. I can't believe I can't see a checkmate. It's amazing to me that I can't see it. It's absolutely incredible. I'm going to flag trying to find it if I don't just make some moves. Here, the problem is the f2 square is defended, so how do you get around that? I have no idea. I have no idea. This is amazing to me. There it is. Whew. That was too close. That was too close. Thought I was about to lose that game. Man. My daughter was coming in to ask a question too right at the end there. 86-70, so pretty good. Pretty good game. Whew. I got scared. Kind of just want to see the end there. Okay. Good move. F5. Castles. Great, great. Pretty good. Okay, pretty good. Stockfish want me to take the pawn? Probably did. Oh. Wow. Wow. Knight F3. Yeah. Makes sense. I didn't see it. Okay. Kind of got a similar situation here after bishop takes it. Oh, brilliant move. Nice. And I missed it. I missed it. Bishop to h2 check. Oh, and you win the queen. Very nice tactic there. Very nice tactic there. I remember thinking about this too, but I was only thinking about trying to checkmate the king. I wasn't thinking about going and getting the queen. And I didn't see a checkmate, so I thought I can't do it, but yes. Okay. And then good move. The best move was bishop g3. Yeah, so this is what I was... There's a mating pattern here, guys, where you go back like this. The king goes here. You go check. And you checkmate it. But in this position, that's not checkmate. There's three pieces. Usually there's not pieces defending the square for this tactic to work. In this case, there's 3 pieces. So you can't do that. So that's why I was confused on, like, what's the win? Stockfish says it's bishop f4. And then you just have to bring the rook over. Casually, you bring this rook over, or you go rook f5. Wow, okay. There wasn't actually a checkmate. And then I did see that one. Cool. What a nice game. I'm going to have to stop here. I know we didn't quite make it, but I need to go have lunch. 2191. Pretty good day, though. Thank you guys for hanging around. Update the cheat count. Well, the other guy, we're not totally sure. Yeah, it might be 4. Maybe I'll come back to it if I see that he gets banned. Y'all have a good day. Hey, Andrew, it'll probably be tomorrow. I have a couple of just like, things I need to get taken care of. All those life tasks that you're behind on. I have to go do some of those things. Peter Pots are soon for NM. Yeah, Rob. Yep. So I guess next time we'll go to 2200 and then we'll do some voting on what we want to do with the Blitz account. Because I have a Blitz account here. I'll show you guys. If I change this to like 3 minutes, you can see that 200 rating there. So quite a few things we could do with that. But yeah, we can talk about that next time. 2 games to 2200. Yep, probably. Depending on who we get paired against, it could be 1 game, but probably 2. No rice lunch here. Nope, not for me. What's my rating? My rating on chess.com is like 2400, probably. Depending on which account you look at. Roughly 2400. Sunday was your birthday and you got the fundamental chess openings. Awesome. Nice, Scotty. Cool. Yeah, that's a fun book. I really like that book. It's really great for just getting like the general ideas of certain openings without being too complicated that you don't understand what you're reading. It's really good. It's one of my favorite opening books. No, it's my favorite opening book. Fundamental Chess Openings. You love it so far. Cool. Awesome. That's great. That's great. All right. Y'all have a good day. Take it easy. Thanks for being here. See you next time.